Welcome to the MiG-29. The NATO code name for this Russian fighter jet is Fulcrum. Let's get this beast started. Before we do, a note on key pressing technique. Many of the commands require two keys. Always press and hold down the first key mentioned before pressing the second. Turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift and L. Turn on the cockpit lights by pressing L. Press the spacebar to continue. With the electrical power now engaged, you can see that the head-up display or HUD comes to life. Now that we have power, you can turn on the nav lights by pressing right Control and L. If you're going on a combat mission, leave them off. Press the spacebar to continue. If you have an annoying beep, it's the RWR or radar warning receiver. Turn down the volume by pressing right Alt and comma. Next, let's close the canopy by pressing left Control and C. Press the spacebar to continue. We are now going to start the left or number 1 engine. Highlighted are the warning panel and the RPM gauge. Press right Alt and Home. That's right Alt and Home. You will notice the green ignition light illuminate on the warning panel. And after about 10 seconds, the number 1 left engine RPM registers on the RPM gauge. Once the green light goes out, at around 40% engine RPM, ignition is complete. Press the spacebar. With the ignition light on the warning panel out, we can start the right or number 2 engine. Press right Control and Home. Note the ignition green light and note there will be a 10-second delay before the number 2 RPM needle registers. Press spacebar to continue. In the lower left corner of the dash is an aircraft symbol that indicates the status of your slat and flaps, landing gear and air brake. It has 3 green lights showing the gear down. If the center circle is hit, you have a problem with the gear. Lower your slats and flaps to take the position. Left or side of the flaps. You can check whether they are down. Indicator, LLC. taxi light on by pressing right Alt and L. Press the spacebar to continue. We're now ready to taxi. Be careful. Look down at the stick and press and hold W to engage the wheel brakes. You can see the brake lever move, like a handbrake. Release W and the wheel brakes are released. For taxiing in a moment, we will be using the number pad plus and minus keys. The page up and page down keys only use 4 settings: 70%, 90%, max dry and burner, so there's no finesse. We will be testing the brakes using number pad plus just once to get moving, then pressing W to stop the aircraft. OK. If you've got that, we're ready to taxi. Press the spacebar. Now, tap number pad plus just once to get moving. On sensing pull the vehicle, tap number pad minus to bring back the power. Press and hold W to stop the aircraft. Controlling the throttle is obviously easier with a throttle rather than a keyboard. Now, repeat this process but press W just to slow the aircraft down to walking speed. Now turn left using Z. The Z and X keys will steer you left and right. You should have turned left now and be travelling slowly along the parking apron.
Взлет запрещаю. 237. Ассистент. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300 по давлению. 746,15.
Once safely airborne, get the gear up by pressing G, flaps up by pressing
Разрешаю
F.
руление на полосу
If you have the
26.
capacity, glance down and watch the green lights all go out. Congratulations. That concludes this lesson on starting up tanks and subtype You can end the lesson now by pressing escape. Of course, reject by holding down left control 3 times. You just tool around a bit and try